My name is Jennifer Mann. I am from Lindsay Thurber Comprehensive High School in Red Deer, Alberta. We are here on a Canada-Cuba cultural exchange with our symphonic band, our treble choir, and our chamber choir. We organized this trip with Canada-Cuba Cultural Festivals because I had spoken to many of my colleagues who had done this trip before, and they said it was the trip of a lifetime, and I wanted to give my students the same opportunity. As an educator, there have been many, many highlights on this trip. Everything from the history of Cuba, the culture here, and probably a couple of the most special moments have been performing with our friends at the Cuban schools. We visited an arts junior high school and had a really great experience there. Great big dance party, and we were able to present our friends with lots of gifts that we had brought with us. It was a really special time for our students, and it was their first interaction with Cuban students as well. So that was a really special highlight.
My name is Andrew Snyder, and I am from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. And I definitely would recommend coming with Canada-Cuba to Cuba with your choir or band. Workshop, multiple performances, a rich culture that really values music and music education. And off the beaten track, I know that my students are very thankful for their homes in Canada and all that they have there, and to see some of the needs here in Cuba is humbling for them. And I know that they are going back as better people and more thoughtful citizens of our world. To be able to expose and to introduce Cuba to them is an unreal experience, both as citizens but as musicians too. It has far exceeded my expectations.
My name is Emma McGraw. I'm from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, and I'm here in Cuba on a choir band trip to experience the Cuban culture and the music here. This experience in Cuba has really helped me improve as a singer because I've learned so much about counting rhythm differently than I ever have before. And we did a workshop with the song Son de la Loma, and I learned so much about expression and how to when to have more expression and when to draw back with volume and stuff. And I've really, really learned how to just be more expressive and to feel it more. One thing that's cool about Cuba is that everyone dances when they're singing, and we don't really do that as much in Canada. So I've learned to just feel it so much more and enjoy myself more. One thing I really enjoyed about this trip is you really get to see how privileged we are in Canada, and it's something that I never experienced before. You come here and in Canada you don't even think about it. You just brush your teeth, you use the sink, and here you have to use bottled water. And there's something just so cool about waking up and hearing the ocean hitting the sand. I heard that the first morning I woke up here, and I was that's just so cool. It's really interesting to see how just the difference between Canadian culture where we're all stiff and don't dance as much, and Cuban culture where everyone's just always having a good time. one of the highlights I enjoyed, I think the most, a few days ago we did a percussion workshop, like a percussion rhythm workshop. And that was really cool because in Canada, it's different, like rhythm's different and stuff. So it was really cool to experience like the changes and also the similarities between how like we count music in Canada versus how we count music in Cuba. And like I touched different instruments that I never like really played with before, and I learned how to use them, which was really cool. I've also really enjoyed like interacting with Cuban students, Cuban music students. Right now we're actually doing like a dance with them. And it's so cool to like interact with them and just see just like the culture difference. It's really cool.
As musicians, we had so many performance opportunities here. So I saw my students improve every day from performance to performance. Their expression, their musicality, their listening, it is heightened from when we left. Secondly, I think they have a greater appreciation for rhythm and movement than they did before, mostly from all the watching of other Cuban students and the workshops. But the importance of rhythm, and we sing so legato or smoothly, and it's been terrific for students to be exposed to Cuban music, Cuban culture, and Cuban style, and to incorporate that into their own artistry.
My name is Sierra. I'm from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, and we are here on a cultural exchange. So a few of my favorite things from this trip so far have been visiting the 2 houses of culture that we visited and being able to dance and sing with some Cubans and have that experience. And then, of course, the beach, which is something we don't have back at home. It's always freezing cold. So to come here and enjoy the beautiful sun was fantastic. So I really improved in my musicianship, I feel, because we were able to visit the schools, and I finally got a sense of rhythm and understanding how dancing works, and like being able to feel that, because we're so stiff from where we come from. No one moves. And then to come here and to understand how that plays in and how to put feeling into music really helped me grow. So I was back home and thinking, why on earth would I come to Cuba? That doesn't seem like a place for music, but it is, I promise. We learned so much. We saw so many things that we don't have back home. In Canada, you're in this little bubble. We see what like a proper performance looks like. We don't get to see what dancing is and what culture looks like outside of this. And it's absolutely amazing to come and see this.
Well, this trip has done a lot for our students educationally. I don't think they knew exactly what to expect when they came here. And I've seen more kids dancing, learning new steps, learning new rhythms, playing instruments that they've never played before, learning how to count in Spanish, learning Spanish phrases. And not only have they had a fantastic musical experience, but they've learned things about this country that they did not know before. And I think that has helped them grow as a whole person throughout the trip. If it's possible, I believe that every music educator should consider a trip like this for their students. We left as a certain kind of people, and we're coming home as a completely different kind of people. We've gotten to know each other. We have bonded together as a family. We've learned a lot about this country. We've learned so much about the music and the culture, and we are going back as different people. And I believe that this trip offers the full package, and I would highly recommend that music educators out there consider it. I would just like to thank Canada Cuba for everything that they did to help us with this trip, everyone in the office that answered all of our questions, our bus drivers, our guides, the hotel staff, wait staff at the restaurant, people who led us in workshops. We are so grateful. And as I said before, we are leaving this country as different people, and we're so happy for that.
I would definitely recommend this program to people back home because I think I've learned more about culture and music in the past week that I've been here than I probably have in my high school career. So yeah. If you like this video, please give it a like and share it to more people so they can watch it as well.
In my grade 8 year, I'm a French immersion student. We went to Quebec, and that was amazing, but Cuba was just on another level. It was just fantastic. If you like this video, you can like it if you like, and please share.